Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I just woke up. I was supposed to stream. I fell asleep. I never ended up streaming, but it's too late. I'm not gonna go live now. So I decided I'm just gonna record a YouTube video because I have a story time to tell. This how I got beat up by a buff neck white, bro. And when I say a buff neck white, I mean this might have been the same size as like fucking Gabby Garcia. Since this is a YouTube video, so I'm gonna put a picture of Gabby Garcia right here. This is a big bitch. This wasn't no, I mean, she wasn't that buff. Her muscles weren't as defined, but this was a tall girl. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about in a second here, okay? It's like 2022 prime Wiz time. You know what I'm saying? If you guys know about Wiz, you guys know about Wiz. Basically, it's this app. It's like, it's kind of weird, honestly. It's kind of like Tinder, I guess, in a way. But actually, no, it's more like Hinge. If you know what Hinge is, it's like Hinge, but for people under 18. It's a little bit weird. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think you got to be like 14 to 18 to be on the app or so, or some shit like that. That's like the age you see on there, like 14 or 15 to 18. All right, so it's Wiz. Basically, it's how niggas my age used to go and get hoes if they were too scared to talk to girls in person. And I was, not gonna lie, I was not gonna talk to no girl in person. I was not gonna approach no because I was chopped as shit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put a picture of what I looked like at the time right here. No dreads. As you can see, I got the fro. You see that Florida cap? Yeah. I kind of look like a frat boy, but like a little version. Anyways, that's besides the point. I had just met this white girl on Wiz. We had just matched. We talking. We going back and forth. You know what I'm saying? A few weeks talking. One thing leads to another. Eventually, we're like, yo, I want to link. We plan to link at her uncle's house, right? Things are going good. The ball is rolling. I'm like, damn. If I get lucky, I might get lucky. You know what I'm saying? If I get lucky, I might get lucky. I'm thinking I might crush or maybe just get some neck, something like that, right? I hop on the bike. You know what I'm saying? I get to go into her house and shit, excited and shit. Matter of fact, I was so excited, I forget to charge my phone. I think I started riding over there with like 30% battery, something like that. I kind of underestimated how long it would take me to get there on a bike because my phone died. But my phone died when I was probably like 2 minutes away from her crib. Like I was trying to push it. I was like, damn, my phone on like 2%, but it's only like 2 more minutes. Maybe I can make it. Nope, my shit straight up died. So immediately I'm panicking because I'm in some random neighborhood and I don't remember which house is hers. I decide, okay, I got to start ringing on the doorbell or something. Maybe someone will let me borrow a charger or let me use their phone to contact this girl, right? Nobody comes to the door. Nobody answers. Which low-key, I was a little bit relieved for because I wasn't ready to be so embarrassed trying to, you know what I'm saying, go up to these doors and really talk to them and shit, not gonna lie. I mean, I was prepared because, like, it's life. Like, you know, I'm trying to live. I don't want it to be stranded, but at the same time, like, nah. So I come up with another plan. I'm like, okay, these niggas not coming to the door. It's like 2 a.m. Let me ride around to see if I can find a store. I mean, I can buy a charger. Maybe I can borrow a charger, something like that, right? So I'm start riding around my bike. Doesn't take very long. About a minute or two later, I ride around this corner and I find this Walgreens. I walk in straight up, ask the employees, y'all got a charger I can borrow or something? They're like, oh, we got this kiosk right here. They bring me to a kiosk with a charger. Bro, when I tell you, this charger is so you had to like push on it pretty hard to the point I had a bicep vein popping on my little left arm, like really trying to hold this motherfucking cord in place, like genuinely fisting my phone trying to charge this shit. It's so bad. You know, it's one of those you gotta angle it a certain way for it to work. After probably about 5 minutes, my phone gets to 1% and I turn it on. Immediately I go to our messages, text this girl, yo, I'm stranded. Thank God she texted me back. If she didn't text me back, it'd be a wrap. If she didn't text me back, the story would be a wrap right here, I'm not gonna lie. So I call her, I explain my location, I'll tell her, oh, like, there's a Subway right here. I'm in a Walgreens, there's a Subway next to me, there's this. She's like, oh, I know where that's at, I'm gonna come get you. 2, 3 minutes later, she shows up, walks me back to her crib, and that's when we come to our first problem. This was a big ass bitch. When I tell you she was big, I mean, she wasn't like that fat or pudgy or nothing, but she was big, like pretty stocky, like pretty tall. I mean, at this time, this was 2022, so what, 3 years ago, I'm a freshman. Bro, this girl was probably like 5'10", gang. I was like 5'8". She was probably like 5'10", bro, maybe 5'11" even. She was like low key towering over me. So I did the method where like I'll walk a little bit far away from her so she can't really tell the height difference that much. Because if I get too close, she's gonna be like, "You a little nigga." So I ain't do that, you know. So I like step back a little bit and I'll just chat it up, you know what I'm saying? Um, she did end up calling me short. She did end up noticing, but that's really besides the point. Okay, that don't matter. Like you big buff bitch. When I got to really study in this face, she didn't look as good as she looked online. Okay, I'll tell you that right now. I'll say she was probably about a 4 or 5 out of 10. Maybe a 4, probably. She wasn't, I wasn't very happy with my situation, but I'm like, I gotta see it through because I gotta charge my phone. My phone's still on 1%, and I was definitely not gonna wait 5 hours plus to charge it to 100 at that Walgreens. But that took at least like 2 hours to get it to 30%. We're not doing that. When we get in your crib, can I use your charger? She says, yeah, I'm bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I feel happy. I feel better. I feel great. I'm like, okay, I'm probably not gonna do nothing with this. I just gotta get in here, charge my phone, get out. She's a little bit chopped. I don't really want to do nothing no more. Low-key threw me off. This girl brings me to the side of her house, tells me to toss my bike in the bushes. I do so. She brings out this big letter talking about something. Go ahead and climb on the roof. Me? Climb on the roof? I'm like, oh yeah, this thing is mission impossible. But to be honest, at this point, I'm ready to do anything for the charge. I need my phone to be charged. I need to be able to get home. Plops this up on the wall. She's holding it. I climb. It's wobbly as hell. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna die until I reach the top. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was so scared that when I got to the top, I just laid on the roof. I laid down on all fours on the roof like this. Like, damn, I really made it. It wasn't even that high in the air. Low key, if I fell, I might have hurt my knees a little bit. Probably, I doubt I'd even fracture anything. I'm not gonna lie. When I got up on the roof, she went inside, went upstairs, and opened up the window for me. That window brought me to her bathroom. When I seen how nice her bathroom was, I already knew this was about to be. I already knew it was about to be a nice ass house. Her bathroom was so nice. She walks off, turns off the cameras in the house, brings me to her room, then goes back out, turns the camera back on, but I'm already in her room, and there's no cameras in her room, if that makes sense. As soon as we got in the room, I immediately asked for that charger. I put my phone on the charger, and now all I gotta do is hold it down for a couple of hours till my phone gets to 100, and I can leave. So we're watching Agent on the TV. Shout out Agent, shout out AMP, and this gets to telling me like Agent is her daddy or some shit like that. She's talking about Agent. She's talking about how fine Agent is and shit. She's saying this nigga fine. I'm like, hold on. That's when I knew I had a ruthless thought next to me. She did not give a fuck about my feelings. So now I don't give a fuck about hers. I start talking all types of shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, oh, let's pull up some Tyler videos or something. I'm trying to see some bad bitches. I start saying all the time, I'm trying to see some booty me too. This is so ruthless. Okay, might as well show me some ass too, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to see some ass on the TV too. Because clearly I don't got to give a fuck about your feelings. You don't give a fuck about mine talking all this. I said some like, damn, like some shit. I said, damn, or some shit. Or I said, that fat or some shit on the lines. All right, bro. Freshman brain. I was a horny ass freshman. All right. This bitch, watch your mouth. You don't get to say shit like how I do. Or something like that. She was like, watch your mouth. You're not me. Something, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. I was like, what? Immediately, I'm like, you're chatting in my head. So I'm like, you think you're superior or some shit? If you're hoeing, I'm hoeing too. I remember saying that. I said, if you're hoeing, I'm hoeing too. Because this was just talking about how everybody in A&P is so fine. Apparently, though, when I said you hoeing, I'm hoeing too, that just flipped some type of switch in this dumb brain. Because immediately she started going off about how I called her a hoe and how I'm disrespectful and how I'm a piece of shit and I'm chopped and I'm ugly and I'm dirty and I'm musty and I'm crusty and I'm broken and I'm pussy. All this shit, you know what I'm saying? She starts saying all types of shit. So immediately I'm like, well, you being a bitch now too. I said, now you a bitch. Stand up. With no hesitation, just backhanded me. Like a slut. Like I'm some hoe. Like I'm genuinely a hoe. She's a pimp. She really gave me she really showed me the 5-finger backhand, like 4 fingers. I don't know. She backhanded me though, just like this. Boom. She didn't even hit me with the front. I know she hit me with the back of her hand. Boom, like just like that. But it was more like I didn't see it coming. She was like, she did quick. She was like, boom, like she rose up like that. It wasn't like this. It was like this. You know what I'm saying? She came this way instead of this way. I feel like that makes a difference. Like, it wasn't really a slap. It was just a backhand, though. Something I wasn't ready for. But my immediate instinct was to throw my hands up. I probably could have knocked this out, honestly. But I remember this is a woman, and I might genuinely remove her jaw from her skull and go to prison for the rest of my life. So I was like, all right, let me put my hands back down. And just start hitting her with the passive shit. Baby, chill though. That shit did not work. This starts talking about, oh, you was gonna hit me. Why you put your hands up? She grabs a plate off the nightstand, like one of them plastic plates. I don't know if I got one in here. I don't. But she grabbed like one of them plastic plates, not the glass ones, thank God. She grabbed the plastic plate, threw that on my head. Damn, that kind of hurt. Like, this shit hit me like right in my corner, right in my temple and shit. Damn, I get the rub in my shit. But that shit kind of hurt. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I knew the mission was cooked. I knew I had to get the fuck out of here because this shit wasn't gonna last very long, okay? Now, I don't know if they forgot that I snuck in. This is really creating a ruckus. I don't know how no one came upstairs. I need to grab my phone. I need to get out of here. So that's exactly what I did. I ripped my phone off her charger. throw her door open, and immediately run downstairs. Now my brain was on escape mode and it wasn't on think mode. Thank God no one in the house was awake, because if they were and they see me downstairs, I might have genuinely got shot in my chest. They could have put out a big shotgun. Who is this black in my house? You know what I'm saying? I'm the only black. This bitch white. I'm the only black in the house. So they could have really put in a 12 gauge in my chest and ended my life right there, ended my whole career, ended my whole shit, and it would have been a wrap. There would have been nothing I could do. But luckily, everyone was asleep, so I ran straight downstairs, flipped on the light, and ran out the front door. You know what I'm saying? They definitely heard something, but by the time they heard that, I was already down the street. At that point, I pulled out my phone, and my phone was on like 60 or 70%. Thank God I had enough battery to get home. Now look, as soon as I get home, I fall asleep. I'm not gonna lie, I was mad tired. I left the house at like 2 a.m. and I probably got back here at like 4 a.m. I was at her house for like 2 hours altogether. Her charger had to be fast because I only got the 70% in 2 hours. What the I mean, I was charging my phone with her MacBook, but still, like, I don't think it's supposed to be that bad. I mean, damn, at the time, I'm a freshman. I probably had the iPhone SE, John. I had like an old phone, iPhone SE. Didn't that come out like right after 11? So what? That probably came out like 2020. Yeah, my shit was old. I don't know why. I don't know why my old phone took that long to charge on her. Her shit bogus as. And I wake up the next morning, and my fucking head is pounding. My head is pounding like a 40-year-old divorced man with a hangover, bro. My shit really throbbing. Yeah, my shit's throbbing. I get up, I look in the mirror, all this shit is swollen. Like I'm saying, like from right here all the way up to like right here where that hit me in the face with that plate. I didn't really notice how bad it was because my adrenaline was pumping and shit, obviously, but that sleep and waking up in the morning definitely gave me a reality check. She really hit the fuck out of me with that plate. Like that genuinely beat my ass. Moral of the story, bro. Never plan the first link at a girl crib. Most of y'all probably already know all that. Not gonna lie. Most of y'all probably know that already. I'm just a little bit slow. Just being real. Like I had no street smarts at the time. I was a freshman. I was a dumb kid. If you're a freshman, if you're a little, if you're a dumb, and you're planning your first link with a soon, never let it be at her crib. It's either gonna be at your crib or it's gonna be at a public place. Cause you should not be going to her crib until you got a feel for how she is and how she might tweak on you. Cause you go to her crib first link, now you're in her domain and you don't know where you're at. You're basically lost. For all you know, that could pull out a rusty ass gun from under her bed and put 12 in your chest. You never know. Okay, so just be very careful out here with these hoes. Yeah, that's really the story time, bro. Of how I got beat up by a buff neck that's built like fucking Gabby Garcia and